Champion folks, welcome back to another Marius Monday. This one, about death. What a joyful thing to talk about. What a joyful thing. I'm talking about this purely because, well, one, I've got to get to a funeral, and I need to be finished this in 10 minutes exactly, so perfect timing for anything, and then get suited and booted and out of here. But I've been very lucky. I've been very lucky in situations. Not in terms of I've had people die, I've had a good few people die, including a friend of mine recently. He was 22, we went to school together, grew up a whole life together, same age as me, and when he died, it was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Purely out of the matter of this is someone I used to see day to day. And I've heard that they've been doing well, and I never kept in touch after school, but I heard about all the progress they were making in their life. And seeing your high school friend go through that and then start to thrive and then die at the same age as you is terrifying. However, I've been very lucky. Very lucky. I've had the grandparents pass already, and there was something about the process of how my family brought me up around death that was somewhat a joyous experience. It was more about the celebration of them than it was about feeling bad for the situation. And I can't ever thank them enough for that. Because maybe it's made me a little bit psychotic, but there's always moments to laugh and find joy in these situations. The perfect example, my granddad passed. Now, he went out on his own terms completely. He didn't commit suicide. That would be a wee bit weird. But he went out, he was ill, and he just chose to stop taking water, food, everything, because he knew it was his time. Beautiful moment if you think about it. None of us will get that opportunity. A majority of us won't. But there was something about afterwards. I'm lying in my bed, right there actually. I get a phone call from my dad at 6 in the morning. He says, you want to come down, get your sister, your granddad's passed. Now, we knew he was ill, so it wasn't unexpected. It was just, okay, right, let's go do this. So he died overnight. And this is where it gets a little bit strange for my family. Because I drive, I pick up my sister, I drive as fast as possible. I want to be there for my dad and my uncle and make sure that they're okay. And when I get there, we're walking through the hospital, I'm thinking, I'm going to have to go and see my dad, really upset. And he's quite a sturdy man. I think all Scottish dads are. But he never shows his emotions. And I'm mentally preparing myself to walk into this room and see him be fully fragile for the first time. And I start to panic. And as I get to the door, I remember as I open it, I see my uncle sitting on one side and my dad with his back to me. I'm terrified of what I need to then do, because I need to be the supportive son. I need to, I'm the youngest in the family. I need to be there and be present for them all. And maybe, now that I'm looking back at it, maybe that's just the streamer talking, being like, well, I want the attention. I know there's a dead man in the room, but it's not all about him. And I look, I said, go and touch my dad in the back, and I look at him, and he's actually smiling. And he jumps, and I think he thought, I was like, I don't know, maybe a ghost in the room. I don't know. He's not upset whatsoever. And then he starts laughing. And I look at my uncle and I look at my dad, and he's burst out laughing, and I'm like, I very, very much misread this situation. I think he's went insane. I don't think that he's upset. I think he skipped that and went to psychotic. He starts laughing and he goes, Jesus Christ. I thought you were going to be a bit longer. And I went, what do you mean? I said I'd be here as soon as I can. Is everything okay? He goes, yeah. Well, we're actually talking about my granddad here, who is now passed. He's like, well, we're actually going to sit him up, put a pair of sunglasses on him, and put a coffee in his hand. So I kind of laugh. I'm like, right, yeah, I guess. It would have been quite funny, like, blah, blah, just chuckling. But not taking it seriously, because you wouldn't take it seriously, would you? At that exact moment, the nurse walks in with 3 cups of coffee. Now, some of you might have done the math, because me and my sister went there when they asked for coffee. But there was 3 people in the room, when they asked for coffee, and I've now been told that one was about to get propped up. This man was seriously considering doing that, and there's something about that which is still to this day completely rips all the tension out of a family loss. And my dad just turned to me, and I was like, holy shit, you meant that? And he was like, yep. And I was like, okay, we maybe need to discuss this afterwards. And he explained to me once we got home that death is a sad thing when you allow it to be. But when you look at the opportunity that comes after, when you look at the prosperity of that person, it takes a lot less time to kind of grieve. Now, grieving is healthy. I don't doubt that whatsoever. And we all do it in our own way. I think it's an important note. But I remember seeing that situation, and the second that we got home, he wasn't upset. Dad explained to me that this was his way of wanting to go, and he got to live that life that he wanted and then choose the way he went out, only to have a more beneficial moment for all of us. Now, this was in the peak of COVID as well, which I feel like should have been quite an important detail, when trying to get in to see loved ones was always quite difficult, and I think we just struck the jackpot. I think we got very lucky at the moment and the timing. But I just remember afterwards, everything kind of seemed like it is, I don't know, it seems like opportunity is just given from these situations. And like I said, I'm about to go and have to go to a funeral for a friend of mine. And like I said, he was thriving. He was doing incredibly in life. And I feel like I need to take that and apply it to myself. I need to take what I've known about death and the presence of joy that it can give, and take that into every account of what I do. I feel like with streaming, I need to really focus on it more, and really, if I want to make it work, make it work. And from this, weirdly, it's made me realise to go and live. And you always hear your parents, grandparents, friends, everyone saying when you're young, go and travel and experience the world. And it has, because now I'm kind of looking at doing more things to travel, to grow, to benefit myself, because I feel like it's the type of thing that he would have done. He would have saw opportunities abroad and went, let's just go and do it. And from that, now I'm convincing myself that I somehow have the money to go and do TwitchCon, both TwitchCons this year, Paris and Vegas. We done a subathon to do Vegas, and now I'm just sitting going, well, why not go and travel? Take a couple of days, go do TwitchCon Paris, and then travel afterwards. I have no idea what TwitchCon is. I know it's a convention for Twitch, but I have no idea what it is when you get there. And I hope that it's an opportunity to meet amazing creators and meet just people with great ideas that are serious about it as I am, because then you collaborate, you make events, you do whatever. But I feel like it's a very important thing for me to step back, look at everything in terms of perspective, knowing that this man is gone at 22, and just get to do him right by that. Get inspired by him, I guess, is the best way to word it. But I feel like it's the right thing to do. So, on that joyous note, and I'm glad that you stuck around for this one. If you did, it means the world to me, because this one has been kind of more personal. It's been a lot more deep to me, and it's been a busy week trying to process everything. And we're doing well. Like I said, I don't take it as a sad thing. I see it as just a beautiful thing of life as death. So, I'm going to go get ready. I'm going to go get suited and booted. I'm going to go out there and be the person I can be for everyone else. Hopefully we'll see you later on. But keep adding questions, keep adding whatever to the forums. Even if you just want to say hello, I'll still see it. I'll say hello back, you know. But it's all anonymous, so I won't know who you are. But yeah, feel free to add more questions. I would love it, because then it gives me more to talk about. And then we don't talk about sad things. Yeah. Okay, my name's Mandis. Stay golden. See you in the next one. Take care, guys.